Hi everyone and welcome to today's English lesson. We're going to be looking at a setting description on the town of Hamlin. Okay, this is the planning stage of this. So there's a couple of pictures from the book The Pied Piper of Hamlin by Michael Morpurgo. So just have a good look at those, but you'll have plenty of opportunities to look at those pictures in more detail as we go along. So a little bit of a warm-up task really, just to get your brains working, and it's something that we did in previous lessons. So we're looking at prepositions. So prepositions for location, prepositions for time, prepositions for movement. Can you think of any examples of each type? Pause now, have a think. Right then, guys, so prepositions. So location, so it could be under, on, at, in, beside, next to. So for example, the cake was on the kitchen worktop. It could be a time preposition that tells you when something happened. So during, before, after, until, throughout. So the cake was eaten during the football match. It could be movement, so to, through, into, over, across, along, from, towards. The cake fell towards the floor. Okay. Can you think of your own prepositional sentence now about a castle? Pause now and have a think. Right, guys, so my example here was the castle was beside the river, tells you where it is, location. The castle was built long before the town in front of it. So that has long before is a time, and the town in front of it is a location, tells you where it is. So that's actually two prepositions in this. Setting descriptions. So I want you now to consider what you would expect to see language features this is in terms of a setting description. So if you went to a new place and then had to tell somebody about what that new place was like, what sort of things would you expect to tell them? Pause now and have a think. Okay, let's have a look at these pictures then. So what I want you to look at here now is what can you see? So pause now and have a think. Just jot down a few ideas. Right, well, for me, I'm looking there and I can see in the distance that there are snow-capped mountains. And the fact that the trees have got no leaves tells me that it's kind of winter time, okay? So a bit of deduction skills going on there. There's a large stone arch bridge over Calm Strait River, okay? There's open fields in front of the castle. There's a huge castle itself dominating the area. It's by far and away the biggest building that there is there. There's the odd house near the banks of the river. It could be a farm. And there's a village or town behind the castle. You can just see it behind one of the trees with crowded wattle and daub buildings. That means that, a bit like going to York or Chester, where the floors are overhanging each other. The picture on the right shows great church towers with flags fluttering in the breeze. There's also city walls and a huge gatehouse with towers. There's also wispy clouds and a pale blue sky. At this point, please note that I'm ignoring the children in the image just at the moment. I'm more interested in the actual setting, what is there, the place. So what do you think you might be able to hear here? No pun intended. Pause now, please, and have a think. Well, the cold wind-struck breeze coming across the fields from the mountain, okay? The leafless trees swaying and creaking, maybe the soft lapping of the river's water against its banks. Migrating birds could be making noises as they're flying away in the distance. The humming of people moving around the town, and the sort of clunking of cartwheels on the cobbled stones. Again, I'm still ignoring the children at this moment in time. Have a think now about what you might be able to smell there. Pause now and have a think. So it could be cold snow and ice. When you walk outside on a cold or snowy day, there is a strange smell to it, okay? So maybe you get that coming off the mountains. Smoke from chimney fires. Obviously, people need to keep warm. It's winter. Horse manure in the streets. Sorry, where you get horses, you tend to get horse manure. Food being cooked on street stalls. Hopefully not next to the horse manure. Again, I'm still ignoring the children at the moment in this image. Now have a think finally about what you can feel, okay? So pause now and consider that question. So for me, the main one that I'm thinking of is the chill in the air, that it would feel a bit cold against my skin as I was walking. Again, I'm still ignoring the children at the moment because I'm interested in the setting, the place. So you've got a sheet that looks like this. Again, you've got your two pictures of Hamlin at the top here. One of Hamlin from a distance, it's the wider area, and then one of the actual town of Hamlin itself beneath the castle. I want you to explore, please, what things that you might be able to hear, things you might be able to see, smell, touch, and taste. Have a go. I look forward to seeing what you've done. Bye-bye, guys.